Oh, she must be here. She's here. Be right back. Actually, I'll probably get off Discord right now. Yeah. Bye. My friend's here. Hold on.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Just pull this over or something?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll move the camera a little bit.
There we go. Bam.
This is the L. What is your name here? You want to be your name? You want to be a different name? You could be Trinity. You could be like a cool Matrix name. I keep calling Chance's name is Once in Future Beard, and I cannot stop saying Once in Future Bones. So I keep calling him
like a hybrid.
Instead of like, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I was talking to Future Bones, and I was Future Beard. God damn it! And he's like, I know you think I'm you, but I can't be you.
I can't be you, bro. I can't be you. Yeah, no, I mean online, I'm usually DD.
DD.
Yeah, that's like the standard go-to.
She has her own. She has her own Twitch, but she doesn't stream.
No.
Let's see. Who's here? I think it's just Elite hanging out here. I don't know who the fuck this is. Some rando. Let's see. Who are you? I like to snoop on people. So here's my favorite creepy stalker thing lately. How are you, friend? You don't have to answer. You can remain silent. She's doing all right.
Yeah.
She's live. She's here. Everything sucks for
breathing.
Everyone, Elite. Everything is awful for everyone I know, so we're all just kind of like, getting by. What? Who are you? Who are you? You only have 18 videos. Is this your face? No, it's someone you're messing with someone else. You don't even have a face. Save me from my GF. Picking my face, please. Oh, does she like to get the good ones?
Yeah, like goes after those big juicy ones.
I'm one of those people. I like to pop zits. And the last girl I dated was also one of those people. So sometimes we'd take turns. It was good stuff. It was good stuff.
Keep it fair, keep it even, right?
And we got real into it. I was like, okay. Let me put on my gloves. Put on fucking nitrile gloves.
Right.
Beforehand. That's just gonna spread infection otherwise. I have the tool. Yeah. Little metal tool. I also have a sucker. So they sell them at
Seriously?
Walgreens. It's like as seen on TV, right? And it's like this stupid bullshit
Mhm.
thing that's like a vacuum cleaner for your face. But the thing is, it works, which is fucking awesome.
That's
like
a trip because usually those like as seen on TV
they're
things.
terrible. They're awful.
Yeah, they're fucking
I
atrocious.
had this issue where every time I would dog sit, you personally, I don't like this
Cool.
every time I would dog sit, my first night I'd be really anxiolytic and I'd sit in the bathroom just fucking picking at my face.
Like obsessively.
So
yeah.
I went and I was like, if I get something to do it with, then I won't be touching my face.
Yeah,
At
because
least
then
I
you
can
get
just be
everything
like,
that's on your fingers.
I'll just put
back
this
onto
on
your
my
face.
face and then I'll be like, okay, I did a thing. And then I'm not going to touch my face now anymore. Want one of my topics? Yeah, sure. Add it to the queue. We'll get to the topics. And yeah, so I like run it along and then I look at it and there's like just fucking all these white heads inside. And I'm just like, or blackheads, I guess, but like little white strings of goop. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is happening. So then every night for weeks, I
You
just sit
just
there and do this thing.
obsessively like.
And like all of a sudden, like right in here, started being like really nice and clear, and like, okay, this is working out. This is working
Right?
out. That's been my jam lately. All right, I don't have a lot of weed, but I'm gonna give you a dab.
Aye, bro.
There's so much love here.
I have like 0 tolerance, so I
good.
would imagine
Then that'll help.
whatever you have is gonna
with the
be more than sufficient.
little amount we got here. I did get a few donations today, so tomorrow I'm gonna like go get fucking a gram of weed with my donations.
It's a good way to spend the money.
Thank you very much for my weed. This is Twitch money. So there's a person. There's a person who found me on here. Hello, and there's Chance. There's once in future Bones. So okay, and also, so there's starting to be weird little memes on my channel of things that happen a lot, you know?
Right.
So like I call
Yeah,
him
the
once
lore.
in future Bones. And
Yeah, it's your own
every
lore.
time someone asks me what my favorite anime is, we all know what my favorite anime is. Every single time I say Bible Black. And then I'm like, I mean Death Note. it's like
No, bro, it's Bible Black. Don't lie.
So this is
Best anime.
Anytime people like, so what are your favorite anime? Now it's just like, well, Bible Black,
Bible Black.
Is number 1, and then you know, I don't know, Lelouch of the Revolution. I don't know, what do you want from me?
Bro, my favorite anime is Euphoria.
Euphoria. So yeah, it's been fun. Like, there's all sorts of weird shit that happens. It's been a wild ride, man. Growing a fucking Twitch channel. A lot of douchebags. There was a
That's
reason I was
Twitch.
telling you this story. There was a reason. So a person found me, and they liked me a lot. And they call me daddy.
Ooh.
And they really like me a lot. They attack people who are mean to me in chat.
They're your simp?
They're something. They're white knighting me in a weird way. It's like, okay, so here you go. Okay. You know how to do this?
I have no fucking clue, bro.
Okay, then just inhale. Just go. Inhale. Harder. Oh man. If you don't usually do dabs,
I've never.
you've never?
Never.
Okay. Oh shit. You should have told me that. Okay, I would not have given you a big one. And okay, so it could make you feel sweaty. It could make you feel kind of like one of the first times you ever smoked weed.
Seriously?
It did to me the first time I ever did a dab. I was like, I am fucking high. What the fuck is happening here?
You're gonna get me fucked up from just that one hit.
Awesome. So Stalker Chan. Okay, so this is more of the lore of the channel already.
Right.
Stalker Chan. So then they got crazy. They were getting crazy in Discord, just posting message after message after message, to the point where I was like, all right, that's it. I'm making you your own Discord room in here where you can talk about how amazing I am or whatever you need to do, but just like do it in there.
Right.
And we all turned alerts off for that channel. So this was a trans girl we referred to as she. However, she then got in an argument with someone else in the Discord and explicitly asked that everyone in the channel at that time referred to her as a he. So this created a little bit of confusion on that.
Yeah.
So we only know them as Stalker Chan at this point. And then they're given name to us, which is Hazel. They have a lot of usernames, and that'll come up later.
Okay.
So Hazel started using Discord to call me over and over and over and over between 4 and 6 in the morning. So I sent a message and I was like, I'm sleeping. Don't do this. I will fucking ban you. So the next night, they did it again. So I banned them. So then they showed up in here because they were only banned from Discord.
Right.
I had to ban that account. Then they have another account, and I had to ban that account. That account also got into Discord, so I had to ban that one too. Then they came with another account. I had to ban that one. Now they're starting to have accounts like Mr.Bones waifu. Then they figured out. That they could donate. Okay. If we go in here, Hazel has donated $1. Hey boo. Okay, so they figured out that they could donate and send me messages that way. And I was like, I'm going to let this happen. I'm going to let this keep happening. So then I won't let you walk in here and show me up. $3. Then we started getting to that. It's like, okay, cool. This is great. So I told Hazel, look, I will unban you if you go on my Amazon wish list and buy something. So Hazel went on my Amazon wish list and bought something. Yeah. So they've been unbanned. They're getting a second chance. And that's the story of Stalker Chan as of today. They bought me a 100-pack of UV LED light bulbs, which I'm very excited about. What? So I have this. Okay. For males. Right?
Yeah, right.
Except like I paint dudes. So let me put the dude in there. Cool.
Gotcha.
I want to build a big box to do this with, like, big boys. Also, I realized the first time I turned this on while the stream was running, UV lights are insanely bright on these cameras.
Really?
So instead of the light box that I use that's a white LED, I want to build a light strip on the top of the monitor that's just a bunch of UV LED light bulbs. Because I can stare at that purple glow and it won't bother me at all. But it's fucking bright as far as the camera's concerned. So it would be a bunch of light on my face. So yeah, cool. UV LED light bulbs. It's like, alright, cool. You're back. Welcome back, Stalker Chan. We've all been pretty mean to her again so far, but I feel like she deserved it. No, it's the way it goes. This is what I do all day. All day. Are you high as fuck?
Hi.
That's fucking funny. It's okay. It's okay. You'll live, and then you'll be like, that was cool. Now I just want to smoke dabs all day. I switched from weed to dabs 2 years ago, like pretty much entirely switched, and found that I was spending exactly the same amount of money either way. But dabs have the power to do that.
Yeah.
Weed, in order to do that, I'm gonna have to sit and smoke, 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 and smoke. Like my lungs can't keep up with the rate at which I metabolize marijuana. So I need more of it at once in order to do this.
Right.
So yeah, I'll do like 3 of those and I'll be like, I don't hurt anymore. because I'm not here. Oh, he knows. So what's up, homie? What do you want to tell the 3 viewers we have, 2 viewers we have? It's always more than that, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Okay. So, girl. So. A lot of people just lurk.
Yeah.
And it's weird to me. I don't feel like I'm a channel that is like conducive to lurking.
Right.
I feel like you get a lot of value out of saying hello in my chat room, because I'll be like, hey. Who just watches this? I put a bunch of these. You can just hit a button. It'll upload your stream to YouTube as a video. So I put a whole bunch of them on YouTube. They actually have views. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is like? Yeah, man. I'm just gonna sit and watch this dude fucking talk. I have a 16-hour video of me just talking.
A 16-hour
me doing
video?
this, of me just being here high as fuck, talking to people all day. Yeah, I did a 16-hour stream, and then I did a 15-hour stream 2 days later, and today is... we're at about 8 hours now. It doesn't matter how bad I feel, I can stream, and that feels good. My friends right now are all playing this fucking pirate game called Atlas. They got our ship destroyed last night, so they're trying to build a new ship. I'm just gonna wait on them to do that. I'm sad they fucked up the ship. Losers. Moby! Hiding behind the mic thing. Momo! What a dumb little face you have, Moby. He's been my little gargoyle the last few days, man. He's been sticking with me. Yeah, it is interactive, see? It's interactive television. That's what the future is. I'm gonna go back in time and be like, in the future, when you're watching television, you can just talk to them and they'll talk back to you. And they're gonna be like, what's a television? Because I'll be in the Roman era. I don't know crucified. So when I stream, I mostly talk about things like mental health and chronic illness and Dungeons and Dragons. So I attract a lot of people who have issues with chronic health and mental illness and so forth. So it's pretty cool. Like, Discord is pretty much full of people who are all pretty fucked up. Yeah. But at the same time, they're all, if anyone posts and they're like, man, I've had a bad day, like 8 people immediately jump in. They're like, how you doing, man? What can we do? True. Like, it's this weird, super positive. All my little tools on a magnet. Facts is better than a safe space because Captain Bones. LOL, simply put. That's the noise your phone makes when you get 2 messages in a row and the second one interrupts the first one. Random ass people like the tweet that said that I was going live on Twitch. Good for them. Dude, can I show you my fucking woman I want to be my wife so bad?
Sure.
Where am I? Where's my posts? Because I just added her. This. Just scroll down. Just scroll down. Just scroll down. I think I mentioned her to you before, because when I was talking about face tattoos and how she inspired me to want to go big or go home. Talk to Sunshine. She has the battle plan for tonight. It's basically we got to build a big safe compound that we can safely store our resources in and build and not get invaded. Then we can build a sea gate around our dock, and our ship will be protected when we log out. Then we can build a new ship. It's a three-phase plan. This girl, I'm all about it. Whatever. Now you're tight. It's fucking hilarious. Yep, it'll do that to you. It'll get you. You're like, my tolerance is low. I thought you meant like to dabs, not
No.
not like.
I meant in general, bro.
Don't lose your motivation, Elite. We just did it in the wrong order. We did it in the wrong order. We tried to build a big badass ship before we had a pirate base. We need a pirate base, and then we can build a ship in the walled off area that is ours. We need those goddamn fucking unmanned turrets that were killing everybody the other night. Churro and Sunshine kept dying on this island because they had turrets that were shooting them. We need that shit. We need the technology. And walls. We gotta build that wall. Understand me? We need it. I think okay, so the point with Sunshine, I told her, like, right where our big dock is, if as close to that as we can build a stone base, which is like the top material or whatever. That way, like, we're pretty sure no one's gonna fucking blast their way through it. And even build like a double door, so if somebody breaks through the door, they have to fucking break through another one. Triple door. I don't give a fuck. Inside there, then we can have all our crafting tables and all that shit. So we got to build it kind of big, like a big fucking structure, multi-level structure, and then we start getting all the resources up to build the big fucking walls that you get. I know a lot of those walls only come from the blueprints that you get out at sea or whatever, so I'll have to find a. They're not stealing ships. They're not stealing ships. We didn't get stolen. She parked at a public dock. They were unable to interact with the ship. They went up to the dock. They clicked undock. Our ship was undocked and unanchored, so it drifted away. She was able to catch it. They were trying to claim it, but the flag timer didn't expire. She then took the ship, started piloting it, and lost it to a fucking whirlpool. So it wasn't someone stealing the ship. Sunshine wrecked the ship. So, but I learned that if a ship is docked, it is uninteractable by any other players. So if we dock our ship, we're cool. But they can destroy the ship and the dock with a ship with cannons offshore. Just boom, 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 boom. We destroyed your ship. Fuck you. Even though that's never happened to us. No one has ever destroyed any of our shit. So we need to build a big fucking wall around our dock. And there's got to be a big gate so that we can get the ship in and out of that wall. And the only way that we can get enough supplies to do that is if we have a base to store all the supplies to do it and keep them safe. So we need a base. This is why they made me captain. because Because we got vision. To think we started on an island dude, to think we started on an island barely able to drink water, got a ship, okay? We were safe until I wrecked it, destroying 2 other ships. We then had to scramble to build another ship. We got to another island, we built another ship, I wrecked it. We then had to scramble to build another ship before you guys logged on. Sunshine wrecked it. It's like, we just keep going. We're 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, okay? But we'll get there. We're still gaining levels, which is more skill points, which is more shit. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, like, we're not even utilizing the full size of those ships. We didn't need the Brigandine. We could have gone with the one right below it, and like, we need more NPCs to mount the cannons so that we can actually do naval combat. To get the NPCs, we need gold. To get gold, we have to do the fucking treasure hunts. So that's been kind of my loose goal when I log on, is I take one of the small ships, I go and I get treasure at sea, I try and find shit on the map, but I haven't actually done like one of the treasure map ones yet. I've been waiting for Sunshine to like give me a confirmed location on one, and then I'll go out and see if that's more gold than the other. But we were getting a shit ton of gold just reeling in the float stam. We got up to like 90 gold just cruising around for one in-game night. So we just need a whole bunch of fucking NPCs for those other roles, and that's a whole mission in and of itself. Yeah, she does. She needs someone to help her get resources at the moment. She's building. She just needs resources. I'll log in later, and I'm gonna make a new character, and whoever's on is gonna pick me up and bring me to our island, and then I'm gonna re-level by doing nothing but harvesting resources, so that way I have all the respec points. Rev up those gas chambers. Was good, man. Was good. How you doing? Yeah, you are silent as fuck. You're just in space. But that's good. I mean, I guess you kind of needed that a little bit.
Maybe, yeah.
You in followers only chat? Yep. I found it adds one extra layer of bullshit that people have to go through if they want to come in and troll. Mm-hmm. So it's been, yeah, I've just stuck it in followers only chat. And, you know, it's worked out. We're just hanging out. I've been fucking streaming all day, having different friends over. This is a friend of mine who'd never smoked a dab before, so now she's in the zone. But I'm here. What are you up to? What'd you do today? Just poppin'. What does poppin' mean? I mean, I get it. Like, well, it means just going on. I mean, like, you've never smoked ever? That's about how high she is. We met in high school. I don't actually remember how we specifically met. Were we in a class together?
I think it was, we were in English class together.
Okay.
And we wouldn't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That was,
and
got in trouble.
Yeah. The English teacher was very triggered.
Miss Welsh.
Yeah.
Yep. She's a cutie, but she's a fucking bitch. Never drank either. Well, how old are you? You like a kiddo? Around this time, a lot of kiddos log on. 14 seems to be the age. Although there's a 10-year-old who follows me. 26? What the fuck? Are you Muslim? That seems to be the other big one that makes people be like, I've never done anything ever. But you know, no, shit's fun. I don't drink anymore, but that's just because of medications. I was never a big drinker in the first place, though, so I don't feel held back. Whoa. There are American Muslims. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. right? Don't be a hater. What do you? We above the influence, but under the law, dude. I am your first gen. Okay. What's going on? There's a lot of that too. Like I have a lot of friends who still try and get me to drink, or who'll be like, "Well, then just stop taking your medication for a few nights so that you can party." And I'm like, "Oh, that's not gonna work. I can't really do that. That's not a choice." So, some people are weird about it, but that's funny. I mean, I'm sure it is more of a cultural thing out there. There's not a huge cultural attachment to alcohol specifically here, aside from maybe a few events like the Super Bowl and Cinco de Mayo. Oh yeah, no. I mean, I have friends who do, and it's hard for me to not be like, "You drink every night? That's called alcoholism, my boy." But if that's how they have fun, I don't mind fucking saying. I don't know. I don't give a shit. I mean, I do, but oh, I got you. I got you. I got you. Really? Where are you living? I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. We got a bunch of people over here who first, second gen, stuff like that. A lot of kids in my class when I was in school were first gen, and we're like ESL stuff like that. Ooh. Not you, Butterfingers. I know where you're fucking from. I met Rev Up, and Rev Up. What's up with that name, man? What's up with that username? What's it mean? What's 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 your username mean? I can't read all those letters together. What's it say? I got you. Just making sure, you're not one of those, what do we like to call them? Crypto fascists who like to make jokes about killing Jews. Never serious, just jokes, just jokes. Oh, not about Jews either. Just about certain people who may have certain noses, perhaps. You know. So long as you're not one of those types, then we're cool. Yeah, yeah. Only for funds, Butterfingers. Only troll. Only. What? I'm just trolling. I'm just trying to get a reaction from the libs. That's all it is. I only say super racist shit because it's funny. Because it offends people, and that's funny. That's what crypto fascists are about, man. I had to turn on the foot massager. This shit good. I just I just see. I don't even look this way. I just see you in the camera over here, just like Do you need to lay down for a little bit? You certainly can.
Maybe I do.
You can lay down. Moby will cuddle with you.
Okay.
I'll see you when you're back up. Your name is not inherently bad. It's not like your name is like. I know. She needed to go lay down. It just, it's one of those things where nothing ever makes you a crypto fascist, right? Because you can't ever prove that someone is. Things just make you look more and more like one, right? You can never really prove someone is technically racist. They just look more and more and more kind of like a racist. Oh, fuck. Hello? Hello there. I can turn my camera since there's not two of us going on here. There we go. Hi. How you doing? But you know what? RevUp hasn't done anything inherently mean or trolly or rude. So, oh my god. Prodigy, I wish I could. My back's out right now. I can't even fucking stand up. I would twerk for you. But my twerking days may be over. There you go. There you go. You know I'll get you back elite. I'll twerk for you when I'm back on my feet. How you doing, Prodigy? You just here to see me twerk? You gotta behave yourself. The quieter the tisk, the worse the thing you did. It wasn't that bad. You just, It's, I mean, do what you're gonna do, I guess. It's a real thing going on these days, so. Yeah, I don't mind nipple watchers. You gonna call me a fool? You go into timeout. I don't take orders. I give orders. You know that. She's snoring. She out. The force was too strong. Couldn't find a worthy topic. Let's go to Reddit. Should we do some? Thanks, man. That's my own design. You see how it's on some patterns there. I do a bunch of hentai and ahigao themed clothing at this shop here. Etsy.com/shop Mr. Bones. All right, let's look at some relationship advice fucking shit. I like to record these for YouTube. So we're gonna have to drop a marker. I need a chat command to drop markers. It's the same shit. It's the same, just the fact that it's a bed cover, it would be legit. I'm real excited. I'm gonna be getting my new shirts soon, and then you'll see me wearing them on stream like every time my laundry is clean. Those are gonna be the first fucking 2 shirts I wear. It's gonna be the way it goes down. Okay, we're gonna do. Wait, where's my marker? All right, we're gonna do some relationship advice reading. Okay, something I used to do on my other stream, and it was a lot. Let's turn my foot massager on. It was a lot of fun because usually everyone involved is an idiot. So let's get started. Here's the first one I found. What do you do? I'm sorry. What do I do after hearing the love of my life say, "Just so you know, I don't consider you as my girlfriend anymore"? After saying he got fed up with my attitude and that he deserves better, I wanted to give him what he deserves and change my rotten attitude. I apologized to him and begged him not to. Leave me. It hurts so much knowing that I'm already starting to lose him. You lost him. I feel like that's like the joke on almost all of the relationship advice memes I do is like to just look at the camera and be like, it's already over. Click, done. First of all, look, if he said that he's fed up with your attitude, I'm gonna venture a guess. I'm gonna venture a guess and be like, hey, this probably isn't the first time it got brought up. I'm betting you had more than one opportunity to change this, and you didn't. And it wasn't until he finally said, I'm done, I deserve better than this, that you got scared of being alone and scrambled to say whatever you could to try and keep him around. I know that might be a little harsh, but if you admit that you had a rotten attitude the whole time of your relationship by saying wanted to give him what he deserves and change my rotten attitude, and implies that you did indeed have a rotten attitude, I can't blame the guy for wanting to leave. He probably does deserve better. And on a lot of my relationship advice things, I kind of talk about relationships like jobs, okay? And from your perspective, I'm not going to beat you up about this. That's not the point, to be like, you're an idiot and you're wrong and you need to, whatever. The thing is, when you change, people don't always have the ability to accept it. It's not a willingness. It's very, very, very hard to accept change in people, and this works in both ways. Right? Yeah. this works both ways, right? Like when you are with someone who's really, really good to you, and all of a sudden they start being a jerk to you, it's really hard to accept that. Your brain just doesn't understand it. It can't let that go. So in the opposite way, it's very, very hard when you've been mean to someone and you start being nice to them again, for them to go, oh, all right, I forgive you. If you've ever been to an animal rescue and seen a dog that's been abused, you might have seen this effect. You are not the one who abused it, but as you reach in, the dog jumps back, right? Because it's been abused. It doesn't matter if you have good intentions or not, and especially if you were the abuser. So, here's my actual advice. All of that is what I consider analysis of the situation, but my advice is this, referring back to why I said I talk about things as jobs. You have learned a valuable job skill, right? That you had a rotten attitude, and that can push a man away, and that people deserve better than that. So you've decided to make a change in that. And so from here forward, you can bring that change to the next relationship you're in. And I hope that you do. Please don't torment this guy trying to repair something that he doesn't want to be in. Move forward, fix yourself, try and make sure that this isn't a situation that you're going to create again in the future, and find someone else who you can treat better, and don't lose them this time. That's my advice. It's my advice on that one. Shall we do another? Let's find another. I like to find short ones to read, because otherwise people get really crazy with some of these sometimes, where you're like, I don't want to read a novel. I just want to kind of, but they just, oof, fuck. The title of this one. Oh. You ready? Girlfriend cheated on me twice. We've broken up since, and have been apart for 3 weeks now. I went to drop off her car key to her place, and it looks like the guy already lives with her. I'm so fucking angry that I put myself in the same position twice. I just hate her so much, and I'm so angry. This requires a little bit of interpretation. She cheated on him twice, and then they must have broken up. And now he goes to drop the car keys off, and the new dude's car is already there. I am not laughing at your pain. I am laughing at the cruelty that is reality. At the way in which circumstance can have no end depth in its ability to torment. You got cheated on twice, and that is awful. It is understandable to hate her. When you say, why should you hate someone? Because they, committed an ultimate betrayal of my trust. It's a pretty decent reason. Granted, I've moved from hating exes during the breakup to a few years go by, and then I'm like, they're whatever. I don't like her. I don't want to be around her. But I don't have feelings. Hate, wouldn't describe it. Now, I mean, I get what you're feeling, right? So one time, me and my girlfriend broke up, and we were doing that whole, like, you break up, you get back together, you break up, you get back together kind of thing, right? Where you're like apart for 2 days, and then you're back together. And we were apart for 2 weeks, and I came back and we were back together for a night and we bang, and then she just gives me this real weird look and I'm like, what was that? She's like, what was what? I'm like, that look you gave me. Okay, like 20 minutes of this goes by before she finally breaks down and she's like, I slept with someone else. And I'm like, in the 2 weeks we were apart? She was like, yeah. I was like, who? Well, of course it was the dude who I was jealous of that caused the breakup in the first place. My jealousy was a big problem, but clearly it was kind of valid. So, I was mad. I was like, that's really, 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 really shitty. She's like, I have to tell you something else. I slept with someone else too. Just some dude. I don't know. I barely knew him. I just met him that night. And that was the first time I've ever, first and only time I've ever punched a wall. And I punched a hole right in the wall. She was like as far away from me as the camera is, and I just went poof. I'll be back tomorrow to patch that. I don't really ever want to speak to you again. And I got my shit and I got out. I mean, that shit can hurt more than anything. I tell you this story to empathize, to say, I know that kind of heartbreak. And what you had to feel pulling up and seeing this person's car there is the signature at the bottom of the contract of the big fuck you that this girl has handed you. It's really sad that you had to put up with that. But I'm glad you got out. I'm glad you're not with this person anymore. And that you can find someone who hopefully won't treat you like shit, because that's clearly what you got. There's not a lot of advice here, aside from to say that your feelings are totally valid. That's why I told you that story. That's how I felt. I don't think I've ever felt so much anger in my life. I'm not an angry person. It's just not me. But, oh man. Another time a chick cheated on me. The dude calls me and is like, hey, I gotta tell you, your girlfriend's been cheating on you with me. I want to be with her. I want to marry her. Well, she'll probably cheat on you, but have fun, I guess. Like, there's just nothing you can do in those situations. You are a victim. I mean, sure, maybe you made yourself undateable and totally like the easiest person in the world to cheat on because you're just such a jerk and you're bad in bed and you never pay attention to her. Then she should have broke up with you. She should have broke up with you. End of story. She was in the wrong in every way here. Except for having him over after you broke up. That's her fucking position. Hurts like hell. Oh my god, I can't imagine how much it hurts. But hey, she's allowed to do that, right? You're allowed to fuck her sister if you want to. Which I encourage you to do. But I'm sorry. Well, don't say sorry for things you didn't do. I feel you. I wish this didn't happen to you. Stay strong. Keep trying. Not all of them are that terrible. Some of them are real, real, real bad. A lot of them are real, real, real bad. Not all of them are that terrible. So, stay in the game, mate. That's all I can say. Good luck. Cool. Added another stream marker. Nice little relationship advice video to stick on the YouTube. That's why I do those, because they're really easy for me to make. Hello, Gray. How are you doing? I saw you join in the middle of me talking. I didn't want to lose my momentum by saying hello. Then I forgot to say hello when I was done talking. Are you doing good? Gray Time Man. That's gonna be my next wizard's name. A little down, you came to the right place. We're all a little down around here. We call this sea level. What's going on? If you want to talk about it, you have my full attention. I just sat here and read off 2 random ass people's relationship advice questions from Reddit. I can certainly talk about you, about whatever's going on. Yikes. Well, would you, on a lark, you can totally say no. Would you be open to talking in voice chat with me about it? Because I feel like that is something I know a great deal about, and I would love to talk to you and not have you have to do little sentences at a time. But if that would make you feel anxious, and especially because I am live to all 4 people, but then don't worry about it. But I have generalized anxiety disorder and severe depressive disorder, something like that. Basically, I have to take antidepressants, like 3 different kinds, and I used to take a bunch of anti-anxiety stuff. Now I smoke a shit ton of weed. Long story short, manage was the right word to use on your part. Yes, you'll be able to manage it in the way that a manager at a store manages employees that are unionized. You can manage them, you just can't fire them. They'll always be there, but you can kind of control how they work. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I thought it might be, you know, to explain, I guess, a little better. I really like talking to people about mental health stuff. Whatever that image is likes to flash on my screen sometimes, and I don't know what the hell it is. Anyone can ever freeze frame that shit, figure out what it was. Wait, clip that. Now I can go back into that 30-second clip and I'll find it. I would like to have content of me discussing those types of topics with people who are having issues with them, to share on my YouTube channel, to share with other people who have the same kinds of issues, so that way we can get, you know, the mental health vocabulary and knowledge spread further. But that's why I said I totally understand why you might not want to, and no pressure to. Yeah, I just think, like I said, manage was the key word. You're never going to be able to get rid of it. Nope. Just like you can't get rid of your face, right? Are you entirely comfortable with the way you look? Because you can't get rid of it. You could manage it with some makeup. You could even maybe get some plastic surgery. But you can't get rid of the way you look. Not entirely. You can't get rid of who you are. You can manage it, you can change it a little bit, but you can't get rid of it. You're never going to get rid of your anxiety. Oh, you can manage it. You can change how it functions. I promise you that, because I've done it. There are times that rope slips out of my hands and anxiety goes full blown and I failed to control it. There are other times I keep that shit so under wraps that no one around me even knows that I am physically disabled, let alone mentally disabled. I am able to come across very, very eloquent and put together and do public speaking. I've done theater. I've done improv acting. And I have generalized anxiety disorder. I had to take not diazepam, but clonazepam. I had to take clonazepam in order to work at a desk job, answering a phone. I was so anxious on a daily basis. I can't control it on a day-to-day basis. If I know there's a performance coming up, I can manage it. I can suppress it. I can deal with my anxiety for a period of time, right? I can put it to the side. These are skills I've learned how to do. But never deal with it, never have it come up on any given day of work while I'm there, ever, 8 hours straight. Never have a phone call that stresses me out so much that I cry. Not possible. I have to be drugged. That's okay, right? Well, it wasn't. I quit my job because I couldn't take it. I was crying at work like every 3 weeks or so. I'm a fucking grown man who's crying at work. Not that I have a problem with that, but other people were looking at me with real shitty looks. There's ways to manage it. There's ways to make it easier. You'll get there. Try and get in therapy. Try and stick with it. Get yourself into a group activity. Try and stick with it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look at that clip and I'm gonna figure out what the fuck is flashing on my screen. I need to know. Interesting. It was the dress. It was the picture of the dress that's up here. Oops. as part of the products advertisements up there. Why? Interesting. Mm-hmm. You gotta avoid becoming agoraphobic, which is fear of going out and being in open spaces, right? Being around crowds and stuff. You don't want that. But exposure alone is not a cure and can increase trauma. So it has to be the right kind of exposure. And there are other things that you can do. You can start working on the things that caused the anxiety in the first place. There are medications you can take. There are exercises that you can learn to help bring your anxiety down. If you're not seeing a therapist, I highly, highly, highly suggest you start seeing one, because my life, I'd be dead. I'd be dead. Let's just end it there. Let's just say that. What up, homie? You a little less high? It's like, it can kind of make you feel like one of the first few times you smoke weed, like make you pass out. It'll fucking make you like it made the time skip things happen for me, which was cool. But at the same time, I was like, this is a lot. This is a lot going on. Well, we have video of it, so you can watch yourself whenever you want. You can watch yourself slowly shutting down. People in chat being like, your friend looks sleepy as fuck. Oh boy. We did some relationship advice. Right now we're doing social anxiety advice. Our friend here has panic due to anxiety and potential social anxiety, so much so it makes them physically sick. Thought of going out into crowds shuts them down. So see a therapist. That is fucking difficult. That is not something you're going to be able to look on the internet and find an easy answer for, sadly. That is very much there are 50 answers, but all of them are only going to help like 1%, and you have to do all of them. So that's the hard work of learning all of those things and habitualizing all of them, and therapy. Yay, therapy. That's what's up. Can't afford one, huh? No health care, and you can't get on any sort of government health care? Because insurance will cover it if you can get on any kind of insurance. And actually, there, at least in America, are a lot of places that will do what's called sliding scale payments, where you can pay as low as like $10 or $20 for a session. And even if you can only go every other week, every 3 weeks, it's still so worth it, the amount of things that you'll learn. And especially from your position, it almost seems like that would be priority number one of thing to save up money to get handled. It's going to be more valuable to you than, just about anything else. But that is my opinion. You could find more value in a PlayStation. I don't know. I would be all about trying to find some therapy. But that's because I'm me. That's all I've done. My whole fucking life is go to goddamn therapy. That's great, really. I have a coloring book or some shit you can play with. I got a Rubik's Cube over there. You just, if you need anything, let me know. Got some water.
Yeah, that.
This one is full. Let's see. What Madame Ruby sees. I just want to play Factorio for the rest of my life. Twitch. Dashboard settings. Let's see how many dollars I've made from advertising this month. Or a weekend. I'll definitely look into more affordable therapists. And that also makes me anxious. I can totally understand that. Going to therapy can be nerve-wracking. And I've been doing a type of therapy called EMDR. And EMDR is very powerful stuff for dealing with intense trauma. And going to therapy can ruin the next few days for me. It makes me so upset and confused. I guess disoriented would be the right word. But it is still worth it to me. After all these years looking back, I see the value it's been in my life, and therefore I am constantly driven to go now. Because I know, like I said, I would have just killed myself if it wasn't for therapy. If you're looking around for therapists and you don't have insurance and you can't get insurance, definitely include the phrase sliding scale in your Google search. And hopefully that will land you someone who can get you in on the cheap. They usually get like reimbursement from the state and stuff like that from people who can't pay the full amount. So they're all about getting people in who can't pay that. Okay, talking about my anxiety with anonymity, but when it comes to looking them in the eyes when I talk about it, it terrifies me. What if you went in to talk to them about something else? What if you just went to see a therapist once every few weeks to talk to them about how you were feeling about just life in general? Would that freak you out still? Where the fuck do I see this shit? Now I can't find it. How do I find how much money I've made? No. That could that could in theory also be worth talking about. That you have nothing worth talking about. That you haven't done anything that day, or that, you know, you're not doing much. They might want to talk to you about that, or they might want to talk to you about how things are going at work or school, or how you feel about your boss or your friends or your family. And then you might go through something in a relationship. So then you're at a therapy session, you know, a few days later, and you're like, oh man, I met this person, or I just broke up with this person. And slowly but surely, you can inch yourself closer to talking about what you really need to talk about. It's just an idea. Tumble it around in your head. You know, maybe it could help you be a little less scared. You don't have to talk about it directly. A good therapist is going to be able to help you deal with that kind of problem without traumatizing you, without making you feel terror. That's what they're supposed to do, at least. Not all of them are that way, and that's why I've gone through many a therapist, but there are some really good ones. There's some really good ones out there. So if you look, I think you'll be able to find something good. I made $2.40 from advertising. Rolling in the big bucks. Of course, Gray. That's honestly the bulk of my channel. That's what I like to do here, is talk about these things, because I don't feel like there are enough places for people to talk about these kind of things in an open way and with someone. You know, it would even be different if you were just chatting with someone, but the fact that you get to see me and hear my voice and know that I'm, you know, giving you my attention, I think can be helpful. So I want to be able to do whatever I can for people in that kind of position. So I'm glad I was able to do anything for you. So yeah, thank you. You'll be all right. Just the fact that you came in and were open and honest with someone you don't know, you were willing to just like jump in someone's channel and be like, man, I have a problem. Here's what my problem is. It totally sucks. It means that you're leagues ahead of a lot of people who aren't ready to admit that they have a problem, aren't ready to talk to anybody about it. I mean, you're most of the way down the path. So it's just a few more steps until you're actually getting tools to deal with the problem itself. You're finding people who are trying to, you know, give you vocabulary or search terms or, you know, those kinds of tools. So you're doing the right thing. I'm looking through all my analytics and seeing where viewers come from. Looks like most of them just come directly from looking in the just chatting place, and they wander in. Oh, I happen to have literally a puke bag on hand. Technical difficulties. Hold on one moment. And we're back. Hello again. Who's here? Sound off if you're here. If no one's here, I'm turning this shit off. But if someone's here, I'll talk to you. Need to go into my content and go to video producer. Alright, looks like nobody's really here. So, if you are here and you just didn't say anything, thanks for hanging out. I love you guys. Goodbye. I'll be on either later or tomorrow. You never know. I'm just on all the time.